In the current moment of climate crisis, we really consider that it's desirable to replace egocentric and anthropocentric visions of the world we live in with ecocentric and systemic visions in which the human being is seen as just another element of the complex network that makes up life on Earth instead of being considered the main actor. It's desirable to create narratives in which the classical elements, earth, water, air, and fire, are presented as components of the intricate systems we are part of and on whose survival and well-being we depend. Art can contribute to enhancing this systemic vision through the creation of an imaginary that allows us to conceive new relationships with our environments. The images shown here are part of a larger project depicting water systems. These are systems in which the fundamental element represented is water. Water understood as an arche or primordial element from which everything else was made. Our research on systems that have water as an arche or primordial elements began with the piece Anthropocene. In this video, Anthropocene, water is conceived as the element of cohesion of life and existence of beings and objects, which at the same time dissolves the hierarchies between them. Beyond the sea, understood as a cultural symbol, sea also seems to be a mirror where we, humans, could see the reflections of our own actions, our own pervasive tidal wave of colored plastic bits that covers oceans and creatures. Sea makes always visible what we try to hide. It is depicted as a self-reflexive matrix. It seems to banish the traditional ontological distance between oceans and human beings due to the different scale, breaking the minimalist panorama or extension. Water is here depicted as a palimpsest of cultural connotations, full of metaphorical associations. It investigates and imagines the evolution and transformation of the surface of the skin of the Perito Moreno Glacier, located in the Lago Argentino department of the province of Santa Cruz, Argentina. When observed from Google Earth and using the historical record of images, we observe that we are facing something alive that changes. This project shows the sum of the traces of the large masses of ice that make it up over the so-called Canal de los Témpanos, and therefore their evolution in the specific locations defined by means of official GPS coordinates, that is, longitude and latitude expressed in decimals. Using a spatial representation code to carry out a chronological representation, the lightest tones has been used to define the shape of the glacier surface at the farthest moment in time, for which the record is published with a high-resolution image, year 2010, and the darkest tone of the traces closest in time, 2018. The result is, therefore, the representation of a new place where the coexistence of different times shapes its relief. It is accompanied by a speculative sound piece made and published in 2017, made to be heard with headphones. One imagines how it will be heard under the icy water, swimming beside it, the possible moan of the glacier, because of the increasing and progressive loss of mass due to global warming and climate change. The third project, and the one who gives the name to our communication, is Water Systems 1.0. In this project, mechanisms of drawing systems beyond human hand are explored and are put in relation with human methods of representation. The drawings that conform the video are all generative. The first ones are generative drawings made by spring rain falling on papers, and the following ones are generative drawings made with the software processing, simulating water and water drop systems. Two generative systems are put in relation, the weather system and the algorithmic machine system. Both practices incorporate random processes set to motion with some degree of autonomy, resulting in a series of changing drawings or drawings in motion. Besides that, sound recordings of waterscapes are used. By exploring these mechanisms and therefore creating this kind of images, we could be more aware of the actants that conform and modify our spaces beyond human action. By working with these images far away from self-referentiality, we can develop an attitude of receptivity and deep listening of our environments. Thank you for listening.